Hello everyone, as promised I'm coming back to you with another way to fold the heart. So here I have the copy paper that I'm just simply folding it in half and then trying to fold it again in half because I do need that marking. So I do want to use my pencil and add maybe around 2 inches on the bottom, a little dot, and then I would say double of that on the folded side and maybe an inch on the top. So as you can see I just did it. So now what I wanted to do is sort of help me cut my lines. So I'm going to connect them sort of like dot to dot kind of a thing. So here I am connecting the corners, and then on the top I just simply try to create the angle between the lowest point and the highest point. So I'm going around here with the scissors, cutting it all away as it's still folded. And then here, as I'm looking at it, I did not really like the angle I drew, so I cut it a little bit wider. So that's it. I'm going to erase it all, and now we do have a base to a heart. Because I am using the all white copy paper, I just thought that I'm going to bring a little bit of my shading and use my blending brush and add a little bit to my heart. Obviously, you can use the paint. Of course, if you're going to use the colorful paper, you don't need to. You can skip that step, of course. So I'm getting impatient and I'm just going to flip my pad right on it and just brush it off a little bit on the bottom, because that's where we're going to finish. This is where the bottom of my heart is going to be. I maybe went a little bit too higher, but you know what? It's okay. I'm just going to keep on blending the colors. So at least we do have something on the bottom that it's interesting. Enough blending. Let's just start folding. So as you can see I do have like a book with 2 sides. So I'm folding each side to the middle, just like that, and I'm trying to be as close as I can to the center. And then I'm going to be folding each flaps back, and we are going to literally create that accordion or harmonica or whatever you call it. We're just going to keep on folding each parts to each other. See, we got a little folds as we were making that yesterday with this other heart. So now I'm going to take each fold and fold it again in half to double the folds. And of course, you could go ahead and just go all the way to the end, or you can just treat it as the separate part. But you do want to for sure that accordion to fall nicely on both ends. So I'm going to do it again, folding each fold again in half. And here you can see you do have a little bit smaller fold. You could have stopped actually at this one, but you know what? You know me, I am going to fold it even smaller. So I'm going back to what I was doing before, folding half each fold. But it's up to you. You could have actually stopped at that moment and start folding the heart. But let me finish what I wanted to do. I'm going to show you later how the heart with the bigger folds before I started making the little ones look like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but you know what? I always go for those tiny folds. So here we go. I've done it 1/2, and I'm just going to continue all the way. Here we go. Now it's all done. Now it's folded to the smallest. Obviously, I'm not going to attempt this to fold even smaller. So all what I do right now is grab it in a half, and then I'm going to add a little bit of a tacky glue right to one flap of it, and I'm going to try to make sure that it's nicely distributed. And of course, now I'm going to meet the bottom with the top, and just simply gently move them right to the sides and make sure they stick together. And of course, there will be maybe some bumps. Obviously, we are not computers, so or you know, it's not really as precise. But you know what? Look what happened. Little cut with the scissors, and you're all good. So here I go. I turn around on the other side and meet the sides, and now look what I'm folding. We already folded a heart. And it's again, you need to adjust and make sure that all those folds are nicely unpleated, so it's easier for you to hold. And of course, again, as it was on the other side, a little trim to the side of the heart, and you're all good. Wish my hands were a little bit closer in the screen, but you can see that, you know, it's again meeting the sides. And that's it. And I'm going to literally adjust a little bit with my scissors because one of the corners, it has a little bump. But it's again because we're just doing it by hand. Obviously, if you're going to cut it by in a computer, in a Cricut, it's going to be more precise. But I love it the way it is. Well, the little hump on the side. But you know what? Overall, I love my heart. So hope that you're going to cut some too. And so here is the heart that I was telling you I'm going to show you before I started folding into a smaller folds. I mean, both of them looks good. So here I go, again, show you a little bit more pictures. I really hope that simple heart inspired you to get the copy paper and fold it. And I mean, those make awesome garlands, awesome ornaments, awesome things. I mean, you can actually put the paper, the fabric over the paper and add the tassel. I mean, there are so many options. So it's again, thanks for watching. And if you did enjoy, please don't forget to sprinkle. Bye.